What salad did you get?
I got the buffalo chicken with a base of romaine and kale.
You're a salad guy now?
Does that make me a salad guy? If I like something?
I guess so.
I'm trying to think of what, like, I could turn you into that guy. Oh, so you're a harvest guy.
Yeah,
you're an autumn harvest guy.
You're a harvest. That's all you do.
That's all you do. The best way to sum up my time in skating is I was a contributing, documentarian filmer when street skating really transitioned into what it is today. I feel super fortunate just because the way that I found my way was sort of through really rad skaters. I think for me as a young kid, I really was like searching to be liked and to be accepted. And the thing about filming was there's sort of this like blind, innate acceptance. That once you're allowed to be there, it's really meaningful. I mean, in the field when you're doing the thing, a lot of times it's really sort of thankless and like exhausting. You have to learn to understand that's part of what you signed up for. For whatever reason, Rodney and I have been together for a number of really important tricks that he's done. So like we filmed that, he lands it, we call Mike right away. And Mike's like, can you get a second angle? And Rodney was cooked. He's like, don't worry, just like caveman onto it, and we'll cut it. You got to have someone with perspective say, hey, get the second angle. It also telegraphs some of Mike's real brilliance in terms of editing and knowing. Like people have asked a lot, like, what videos were you and Mike looking at when you were making the Plan B videos? And not to be arrogant, but we weren't. Like, we were just like, our shit has to be good. And we self-policed ourselves. We definitely saw everything that was out there. The Video Days was super inspiring. Mike loved that video. I loved that video. But I think we were kind of pushed and driven by this internal, desire to like, what would the best skate video be like? I think that's such a strong component of creativity is like finding your self-drive and finding your ability to feel like you've given the right effort. And I think if you look too much at what people want or expect, you don't stumble into the magic or the gold. And I think the best exemplification of that is Bill Strobeck. I think Bill cares that people connect with the work, but he's like 100% marching to the beat of his own drum, and he's finding inspiration in that.
Taking mad lives. What the fuck you gonna do in a situation? It's like you need to have steel just to feel relaxation. Tons of guns. To like cease. But until then, a nigga's gonna back a piece.
More than most, I feel the skaters that he films. I think I know them really well. And that, I think, is the goal with a great skate video, is to be blown away by the tricks, but feel like you know who that guy is.
Do you have a copy of that book you're working on now?
Yeah. I mean, I've just gotten like my proofs. This is the cover. To me, it's like every format, that I worked with. So it's not just the photographs, that's the same flash that I was using in that photo there. It's autobiographical in terms of what I documented. There's all this ephemera that relates to all these moments. For example, when you get to the Plan B section, there's my notebooks from making virtual reality. That video was really hard emotionally and physically to get done. And it took a lot out of us. And then the guys left, Mike and Rick and Sheffy and Tony, they went and all started Girl. And I was like, okay, well, this perfect thing isn't so perfect anymore. And so I decided I was going to go to film school and learn how to properly be a director, and Mike was on board with supporting me with that. And so I just started to transition away from the day-to-day skate filming. And then Mike died shortly after that in spring of '94. And then it was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to film school and I'm going to pursue this life. That connection that I got from Plan B and Mike Chernasky quickly transitioned to the connection I got from Hieroglyphics, from Domino and Dell, the Funky Homosapien.
Yo, brain like brands and now everyone demands Dell and his entourage, and you can all get squashed. We mosh it up with mega ambitious, magnificent.
Dell's music was so resonant for us in '91 and '92. We used some of Dell's music for Questionable.
Surrounded by the people who would stab me in the back. My skin is really brown, even though it's legal black. Sometimes I wear a cap, and sometimes I wear bananas.
And so it was sort of through our exposure to their music and then the success that they felt from skaters learning about them from Questionable. When it was time to make Virtual, I was like, reached out directly to Domino, their manager, asking for unreleased music to use in the video. They went on tour and people were asking, play us the Souls of Mischief song. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, they didn't even know that the song was in virtual reality and Tony Ferguson's part. The tape with the note for Tony.
Kaboom, the Jedi's back to seismic. Shock ya, I'm the doctor. With the donor organ, I amputated from your body, shoddy. I got equipped with slingshots to fling.
And then this is my interview with Dell from August 13th, 1993.
You know what I'm saying?
So you just like making beats and listening to it,
Yeah. Like some instrumentals to listen to.
and then just flowing stuff.
Sometimes, I mean, I might be playing video games, and instead of the music, I'll play my music.
All right,
You know, have that be the background music.
for the video game.
Yeah.
What do you think of mumble rap?
I mean, I don't listen to it really that much, you know? I like my BLP Kosher though. He's hella sick, dude. That dude, he switched trays, everything. Like, I gotta be honest with you. A little bit of a fan of BLP Kosher. This, I'll show you, like, this is rad. So that's like, that's the photo I took, you know, for the record. But that was a big deal for me to have a photo on the inside of an album.
MCs must be on autopilot, waddle silent like some platypuses. Jealous down with data pushes with top secret floppy disk and battle armor and mecha plus all the rhymes that I'm back.
It was always that. It was like it kind of in front of my face. Basically from '88 to '93, it's just all skateboarding. And then there's an overlap, '92, '93, where hip hop starts to come into that, specific to the Bay Area. You know, then you have another 4 to 5 years documenting Hieroglyphics and that relationship growing. And then it ends in '98, or culminates in '98, with directing this You Never Knew music video in Hawaii for them.
It's not a wrong thing to be addicted to the microphone like a heroin fiend. I tell you one thing, you never catch me fronting.
The tactical graphical with lyrics for capital. After you, high speed chase to erase. All existing life forms are driving the free base. Hieroglyphics. Hey, that's it, Wood. All existing life forms are driving the free base. Hieroglyphics.
I think the best advice that I was sort of given and that I like to give is just, you gotta chase down the things that you're passionate about, like, relentlessly. If you're interested in somebody and you want to tell their story, you have to explore in yourself why. And you have to be curious the entire time. And that passion that you put into it can sustain it and ultimately will be felt by anyone who sees it.